Hello lovelies, I am over the moon about today's video. I am so excited to show you how we created this blue and silver inspired look using the TINTARK Cosmetics Galactic Assemble palette. This is such a beautiful and iridescent shimmer filled palette. It is so stunning, so I cannot wait to take some swatches, show you this tutorial, and give some initial thoughts about this palette with you. So come along with me and let's make up the rules. This is such a beautiful palette. Just the packaging is so pretty, and I just love how it is just so iridescent, and as you turn it in the light you can even see there's kind of a rainbow sheen on it. It is perfect for this Galactic Assemble palette, and it is so pretty. And so let's go ahead and take a look on the inside. There is a mirror, and then this is our color story. Let me hold it up so you can really see all of these beautiful shimmery shades. It is so beautiful. I love just the setup and the concept behind this palette. It is so cool how we've got all the different planets, the moon, the sun. It is just such a unique idea. I absolutely love it. I've never seen a palette quite like this one before, so I'm really excited to go ahead and dive into our swatches. So let's get started. So I think the most logical way to go through the swatches as we go through today is to think about our mnemonic device that we learned as a kid. My very educated mother just served us noodles. So we're gonna start up here with Mercury, and we're just gonna work our way around the palette. I'm really excited to dive into these shades. As you can see, a lot of them have multiple colors on them, so I'm really excited to see how they actually perform on the skin as we go through. So the first one we're gonna take a look at is gonna be Mercury, and I'm just gonna kind of just grab some on my finger, and then we'll do some swatches on my arm. That is so pretty. It is nice and beautiful and kind of silvery and shimmery. So pretty. The next one we'll take a look at is Venus, and this one is a little bit more of a kind of orangey copper kind of shade. Very pretty. These shimmers are really beautiful and bright. Very perfect for our planets. The next one is our home planet, Earth. This one is really cool. It's kind of got some blue and some green, of course, for Earth. So it's kind of got a cool mixture of the two. That is stunning. It's got just a little bit of shimmer in there. It kind of comes out as a very dark blue with some very light glitter, kind of blue glitter particles in there. Really gorgeous. The next one is going to be Mars, and this one is going to be similar to Venus. It's a little bit lighter, kind of a little bit on that copper kind of orange shade. They are very similar. This one is a little more orange, and this one maybe is a little more copper or gold. Very stunning. Such beautiful shimmers. Next, we're going to take a look at Jupiter. This one's going to be a little bit lighter. This one is really pretty. It's almost kind of got a peach shade to it. That is absolutely stunning on the skin. These are such beautiful shimmers. The next shade in the palette is going to be Saturn. This one is going to be a really light kind of shimmery yellow. It is very light, so I'm going to build it up as much as I can. I can kind of see it here. It definitely doesn't show up as well on my skin tone. Just a nice, very pretty light yellow, and definitely if I catch it in the light just right, you can definitely see it, but it is definitely the most iridescent so far. The next one is Uranus. This one is going to be a really bright, pretty blue shade. That is absolutely stunning. Let me build that up just a little bit more. Very pretty. I'm loving that blue shade. It is so beautiful and shimmery. Next is going to be Neptune. This is going to be the last of our planet. Wow, that one is really pretty and very galactic and iridescent. Build it up just a little bit more. That is such a stunning shade. It's kind of got some blue and some purple. Very pretty. Definitely got some particles of glitter in there. So those are all the planets. Let's go ahead next, and we're going to jump over to the moon. This one is really pretty. It is a nice light iridescent kind of shade. It's similar to Mercury where we started. It's going to be just a little bit more of kind of a copper with the silver. Very, very pretty, very iridescent. Let me build it up just a little more over here so we can really see it. Very, very pretty. These are some stunning shades. The next one we're gonna look at is gonna be the very center shade on the palette, the Sun. And this one is very pretty. It's nice and rich and bright, perfect for the sun. These are such beautiful shades. So now we're gonna take a look at some of those shades that are surrounding the sun, and those are gonna be the asteroid belt. And just to show you what shades I'm talking about, it's gonna be these 4 right here that are right directly around that sun shade. So these are really, really pretty. They are more just kind of a solid color each. So let's take a look at first the purple one. This one is just kind of the one on the top of the palette. And we'll just kind of swatch it right here. Very pretty, just a nice light iridescent purple. The next one is gonna be sort of a kind of greenish aqua kind of color. That is stunning. It's got some beautiful shimmer in there. Very, very pretty. That is stunning. The next one is going to be a little bit of a darker blue. Kind of a little more gray, it looks like, in there. Just kind of a little bit more of just kind of a dark, kind of maybe Merryweather kind of blue. Very, very pretty. And then the last one in this palette is going to be a nice light iridescent kind of white shade. This one is going to be very, very light. Just give a nice little glitter or shimmer to any look that you put together. It'd be perfect for maybe a topper shade or an inner corner. Very, very light. But you can definitely see it here. It just catches in the light. So these are all of our swatches. These are so stunning. They are absolutely beautiful shimmers and glitters. I love all of the glitter particles within each one, the different kind of mixes of the different colors. Definitely that earth shade. Could really see the pops of blue and green, really just capturing just the essence of that planet. And I definitely think they captured each planet really well. So these are some beautiful shimmers. I'm so excited to play with this palette today. I just want to put together a really fun, just iridescent kind of look and really just capture the essence of the planets, of the moon, the sun, and just all of those shimmers. So we're just going to put together a really shimmery, glittery look today. So let's go ahead and jump into our tutorial. Since we're only going to be using shimmer shades today, I just went ahead and primed my entire eyelid and up into my crease with my NYX glitter primer, and we're just going to go ahead and just jump into some shimmers. So I'm going to be using my Ulta Beauty collection, just kind of a flat eyeshadow brush, and I think because on my shirt I've kind of got some blue and some silver, I want to go ahead and kind of create a very silver iridescent kind of look and then kind of complement it with some of the darker blues. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into this top shade here, Mercury, and I'm just going to use my brush and just grab some of this, and I'm just going to pat this all over my eyelid and just really start to create a very nice iridescent silver base. This is so, so pretty. I absolutely loved it. It was the perfect one to just start with on our swatches. It was so stunning in the swatch, and it was definitely a great way to just kind of kick off the swatches and this video. Such a beautiful shade. It is so shimmery and iridescent. Very, very pretty. You can really see it just catches in the light. It is very stunning. So again, just patting this all over my eyelid just to really create that silver iridescent look, and just kind of going right up along the edge of my crease here, all the way across the eyelid. I think I am going to grab a little bit of the moon also, just to kind of play with some more of our shades. So I'm just going to use that same brush and just kind of pat this right over that Mercury shade and just kind of blend them together. They were very similar when we swatched them, so I'm thinking it's just going to give it a little bit extra shine and just a little more of that silver look. Those are really pretty together. They are just so stunning. So now I want to start just kind of building up some blue into the crease. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to try using a large flat blending brush and just kind of see how we can kind of pick up these shades and just kind of create a light dusting of blue in the in the crease and in the outer corner. So I'm gonna go into that earth shade. It's gonna hopefully pick up a little bit of blue, a little bit of green, just kind of get a nice little dusting of color. And I'm just gonna kind of pat this into this outer corner, just create a nice, beautiful blue, shimmery, smoky eye kind of effect. And I'm just keeping this right here in maybe that outer kind of third of my crease, really just kind of creating a nice, beautiful blue kind of smoked out look. That is really, really pretty. I like using kind of the fluffy blending brush with this shimmer just to kind of diffuse the shimmer a little bit, almost kind of make it a little more mattified, so that way we can kind of use it as sort of a matte in the crease and in the outer corner, but still have a little bit of shimmer just to create this really beautiful kind of complex look. Has a lot of dimension to it. That is absolutely stunning. It really helps to define the Mercury and the Moon shades, really gives them kind of some depth to them, really kind of gives some depth to them and just really create this really beautiful look. So that is absolutely stunning. I'm gonna go ahead and clean off this brush and we're gonna lighten up some blues as we move towards the inner corner. So I went ahead and cleaned off my brush. Now we're gonna go ahead and lighten up just a little bit and we're gonna go into this Uranus shade. And again, just the same process, using that fluffy blending brush, just picking some up gently. And I'm probably gonna put this, I think, on sort of that inner second third of my crease, just kind of blending into that earth shade on the outer corner, just to give it a little more lightness as we're moving towards the inner corner and just kind of blending everything together. That is so pretty and shimmery, so beautiful. They're blending together very nicely. I'm really liking how this is looking in the crease. It's definitely just kind of giving a nice smoked out effect as we're moving across the eyelid. So that is absolutely beautiful. And then I think for my next shade, let's go ahead and try this Saturn shade. Just kind of get a little bit of lightness as we're moving towards the inner corner. So I'm gonna just use that same fluffy blending brush that we've been using. Just pick some of this up and put it right here on this inner third of the crease and really start to kind of lighten things up as we move towards the inner corner. And I think that is the perfect shade there. Just a little bit of lightness and iridescence just to kind of finish up this look here. So pretty, and blending it very nicely into that middle shade just so that everything is nice and blended together. This is so pretty and shiny and iridescent. I'm absolutely loving it. Now we're gonna go ahead and move to the lower lash line and we're gonna add a little bit more shimmer down there. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up my Ulta Beauty Collection. This is kind of a large liner brush. And I think I'm going to go ahead and jump into this shade right here from the Asteroid Belt and just create a little bit more blue across the lower lash line. So I'm just gonna pick some of this up on my brush, and then I'm gonna go ahead and give this a quick spritz with my setting spray, just to give it a little bit more tackiness, so that way it will really stick and really just have a nice, beautiful shine as we apply. So I'm going to just put this right here across the lower lash line, about maybe halfway across, and just kind of blend this into that outer corner. Pick a little bit more up on my brush, and just lining underneath my eye. It's so pretty. These colors are blending together really nicely. This is a very cohesive color story. Very, very pretty. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the other eye. That is absolutely stunning. Now for my next shade, I'm gonna go into this other shade right here on the Asteroid Belt, that kind of lighter, more kind of teal type green. I'm just gonna use that same brush that I've been using. I'm not even gonna clean it off in between, just so I can kind of keep a couple of those glitter particles on there from that last shade and just really create a nice cohesive blended look. So I'm again gonna just give that a quick spritz of setting spray, and I'm gonna put this on the second half of the lower lash line, just kind of blending that as it meets in the middle. and just creating a nice cohesive look. That is so pretty and so shimmery. I want to add a couple more shimmers as we're getting to the inner corner, really just lighten up this look, and then we are almost finished with the eyeshadow. I went ahead and cleaned off that large liner brush, and I'm going to lighten up just a little bit towards the inner corner using some of this Jupiter shade, and I'm going to do the same process. I'm just going to pick some of this up on my brush, give it a quick spritz of setting spray, and then I'm just going to pop this right here kind of on this inner part of my lower lash line, just as I'm getting towards the inner corner. And it's just going to blend very nicely and give just a little bit of lightness towards that inner corner. That is so pretty. I love just kind of that light sort of peachy color just to give a little bit of lightness. And now as we are moving towards the inner corner, I'm going to go in with a small detailing brush, and I'm going to try out this nice light iridescent white shade. I'm going to probably put this in my inner corner and then also use it as a brow bone highlight just to give a little bit of lightness and iridescence to the center of the look. So I'm going to give this a nice spritz of my setting spray again, and I'm just going to pop this right here on the inner corner. And it is so light and iridescent. That is such a bright, pretty color. I do want to kind of diffuse that a little bit. It is very intense. I'm just going to kind of pull up into my crease and down into my lower lash line a little bit and just kind of blend this out. That is so pretty. It is such a bright, stunning shade. Every single shade in here is just so light and iridescent. It is so, so beautiful. Pop some of this along the brow bone just to give a little bit of a highlight over those dark blues there. Very pretty. And the same thing on the other side. And here is the finished eyeshadow look. That is so pretty. It is so shimmery, so shiny. It is perfectly encapsulating our beautiful galaxy. So I'm gonna go ahead and step off camera, add some liner and some lashes, and then I'll be back. I'll share some of my initial thoughts about the palette with you, and we'll close out the video. And here is the final look. I am so happy with how this turned out. It is so pretty, so shimmery. I love the blue and the silvers on this look together. I did decide for my eyeliner to just stick to blue and just kind of stay with that theme. So I went in and I did a cat eye, and I used the LA Colors eye marker. This is in the shade blue, and just created a nice wing on both sides. And then I tightlined on the top and in my waterline with the same color. It was the Ulta Beauty Collection Automatic Eyeliner. This is the shade Royal Blue Shimmer. And then for my mascara, I went in with one of my favorites, the Tarte Maneater Waterproof Mascara. So I'm really, really happy with how this look turned out. It is just so stunning. And I just want to share some of my initial thoughts about the Galactic Assemble palette with you. Tell already from this video, I absolutely love the Galactic Assemble palette from TINTARK Cosmetics. I think the packaging is absolutely stunning. It is so on point for this palette and the idea behind it. I think it is so creative in the way that they designed everything. The just shape of the palette itself is so beautiful. It's very easy to work with. And then the color story itself is absolutely stunning. I love every single shade in here. They are so shimmery and so iridescent. It creates such beautiful and just galactic looks. I think that the design of the planets and the sun and the moon and the way that they set up this color story is absolutely so creative. It is so unique. I've never seen anything quite like this before. So I just absolutely love just the way that they designed this palette and the color story that they created inside. I think it is so versatile, and I think there's just so many different colors in here that you can use. We've got some of these oranges and yellows that you can make more of a warm look. We've got the blues and purples for a more cool tone look. So there's definitely a lot of versatility in the kinds of looks that you can create. And then of course you can use just this palette by itself like what we did today. way and create a very shimmery and iridescent, very eye-catching kind of look. But also you could pair this palette with another palette if you want to use some mattes with it. So you could use the mattes, create a nice kind of deep look, and then use this for a pop of shimmer and a pop of color on your eyeshadow. So there is, like I said, so much versatility in how you could use this palette and the kinds of looks that you could create with it. So I think it is absolutely stunning. I think the quality of the shimmers is great. They depending on the brushes that I use, either a more compact brush I was able to use on my eyelid, and then a fluffier brush I could use to create more of a mattified look on the crease. So I think there was just so much depth that we could create with this palette, just using the different tools and then just using the different shimmers and blending them all together. So I am so happy with the Galactic Assemble palette. I am definitely looking forward to creating more looks with it. So I would highly recommend the Galactic Assemble palette. So let's go ahead and just finish up the video. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed checking out the TINTARK Cosmetics Galactic Assemble palette with me. I really enjoyed creating this look, and I would love to hear from you in the comments below what your thoughts were about this look and about this palette. Is this one that you've picked up? If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and if you haven't already, then please subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for more makeup tutorials and videos. Until next time, let's be kind to each other, beautiful to ourselves, and never afraid to make up the rules.